Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Yep. What's that for you, dear? Should last you a good while. That it? Fine.
Clive. Coin purse weighing you down? You'll not find a better price than that.
Trouble with your gear, or what do you want? Anything else?
First the skies, then the crystal. Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Something tells me this is no mere...
Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks.
I would have done the same for it.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make it
From what little I saw, you were...
I suppose I should have expected that, but I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have... Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many. But in the realm's armies and her luck, as you've seen first, certain cities have banded together to try and yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity, in short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Havel.
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle, and he has certain... I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course. You don't mind?
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. And if the Field Marshal...
Ready in the Dalmekian capital.
Excellent.
No.
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen her.
Pining for something, boy. What is it? I never did ask where you got that anklet of...
From Sid, that's why.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid clapped that there iron on him.
What's wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf. Torno, Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone? I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Talk. Sorry for making... Let's get that thing off. Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you?
Not nearly as much as...
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like...
Your kindness is appreciated.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Where to, then, Talk? All right, Torgal. I'm going to need a little bit more. Do you have a better hint? Unless... You've already given me one. Why don't we try the... I have... To Port Isolde then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there. Vivian, and I'd be happy to help you find...
Thank you, but tracking it...
Please. You have always grown. It's only right that I return.
You are too... Alas. What I asked... I spoke with Hippocrates to see if he had... But...
If you say so.
But this book... It set me on the... Do you think they'll come back?
Of course they will. It's just a big crystal. How hard could it be?
Hippocrates. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
And you seek one whose name...
Right as always. She didn't seem keen to tell me very much.
And yet I gather it did. Clive, I fear she asks the impossible.
The executor.
Coveters of Secrets, a clandestine organization committed to the collection and one such text being the tome Vivian seeks, a tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on.
How is it that I haven't heard of it?
Why? They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the...
But what drives them?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executive, you may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identity.
And my hunt was doomed. What was Vivian expecting?
Not from thin air, no. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars, rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him, but though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single...
Very well. I'll be sure to... entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in? This is a Royal Army logbook. His interests were certainly... This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Leaving so soon, stranger? We've been watching you. From a distance.
Subtle, I know who...
Then we need not waste time. Hand me the book. Leave it in our
Your care?
That is by one means or another.
Then I'll have to... I won't let you erase...
Then we find... Very well. The...
Let's see, shall we?
Impressive, but we have other means.
Why do you want it so?
It lays out in no uncertain. It tells the shameful history of the person. Would you say that this
I don't know.
You don't. Your sword may be sharp, so let me answer. There is no that a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. It is a question if enough people believe that a set of events occurred for...
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to... From knowledge. That is all. You may keep the book. The world is small until...
Wait. Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian.
Do you see that too?
What is it? Please.
Just make it stop. I'm scared.
Nothing good's gonna come of this, I'm telling you.
Can't be Rutherford, can it?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot!
Allow me.
I don't need you. Please, Field Marshal.
This won't take...
You're right. It won't. Men, finish him.
A little longer than I'd have... Field Marshal, are either of you...
No, my lord. You arrived. Fucking traitors. But I hadn't thought the corrupt... It's a fucking... Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to... My lord, or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change all the urgency of the message I bring.
Before I agree... I'd have you answer, what do you...
I won't deny that I might benefit from further. I seek a new beginning. And while the choices I've made... I know I'm for so long... So many of it when it should have been our decision all along. Now, but in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if...
Certainly not the words I expected from it. You are... No, I never hear the end. All right. I'll start by... Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the...
Thank you.
But they are not...
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of states.
I'm flattered. And I have other... What we need is a skilled arbitrator.
Is that... And would he...
Of a different kind.
Beg it. I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through...
I shall.
My Lord Marquis, your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good.
And then I can barely... convince my brother to take his medicine. Someone like Quentin. It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, but... This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat. All right. I think I know where we're going. People always talk about the importance of put without it, and we certainly couldn't steer our way. Come on, Toggle. Quentin.
Do you know? Something tells me you'll... Go on, then. You'd have me convince the chief and do the one thing that has proved impossible for
I know it's a lot to ask.
And you'd have me give up what the people of Lost You'll have to find someone...
I'm sorry.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what... We'll see that the grapes are picked and the ton...
It's not...
Then what is it?
You know that.
Then what are you? That only we... Why turn your back on everyone else? Who's to say you couldn't...
Haste. I fear that any rejoinder I make...
So you're Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you. I can arrange for a party of curse break.
That would be... I hear the roads are...
My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape. Uncle, the field...
Of course.
Rutherford is accompanying him back. They will await your return.
One other.
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's army, he asked if... I might...
One not.
Master Quentin would probably call me one of his.
Another out. Just the thing we need to put these good thinking...
I'm glad you...
The more the merrier.
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quentin can, you still haven't mentioned how we might...
Oh, the Seven High. They have all agreed to make the most... Oh, of course it did, but luckily I had some...
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward, Rockford, from a horde of...
It was more of a...
Well... The old battle axe, she had a shipload of talents delivered to my private dock, and when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosened... Now, join us there,
Of course.
And how, pray tell, will we get that?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not... That is, unless you'd have them...
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a bandit. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without, they'll be dead even before...
Perhaps I might suggest... Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Ran. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd... but I'm sure that you wish to continue your two such firm friends as yourself. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond.
Us?
I can't stand...
Clive, I'm beginning to question...
And what kind of company you expect?
Criminal? How? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this... Fuck!
Upstanding!
Once more...
Shall we begin? What we seek here is not to create a... We wish simply to bring stability to the realm, and to do that we must convince those in power that there will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we can, if we show them the path, show them that the fate of the world lies in my nephew's, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we...
Uncle Byron.
Now, with that settled... For what great moment in history hasn't... Citizens of... Well, my boy...
That it is.
This is the role you were born for. We shall play our parts to the best of our ability. The realm needs... I want you to...
I will.
What do you think that thing is? And how the hell is it?
Sid,
It depends what...
A bearer, but recently freed from... As you know, the work we do is not easy. Which is why we...
I don't mind, but...
Because our ranks are filled with men and women scouting. We're few with the nose for that. Which is why, and since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed.
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee the...
One can never...
Truer word, I'll let the initiate know that you... And that he is to proceed directly to Norfolk.
No time like the present.
No time like...
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer. Vivian, I found it.
Even though I asked this of you, I fear the executors had...
I met with one and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something, that the truth is just a matter of... And that if enough people believe a lie...
It does, but it also means that the truth is not immutable. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective has the sad history.
You said that the book inspired...
It did. She was a heretic, you see. A gallows stood ready for her in every... And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world. She taught me that my solitude was... And that, though my journey to the truth...
Do you still feel that way?
Honestly? I'm not entirely sure. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather... But the more I study, the... So if you'll permit me, remember, Clive, give the men and women of this benighted world the...
I'll try, Vivi.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you. What do you think happened?
Sid!
With what?
No. Well, yeah.
It's Miss Middledore. Very strong.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even...
In the...
That's what I...
Well, she does have a lot on her mind.
Not long ago.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? Don't listen to her.
But who's gonna put Miss...
Why don't I...
You do that. She's in...
Don't scare him.
Thanks for the... Mid.
That's it! I knew it! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing...
To the sky. You aren't trying to give the...
What else would I be...
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. Is this really so important?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the... But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to them. The Fallen had their chance. But they relied too much on magic. But not me. Well, almost.
And is that a one-woman...
Are you volunteering? I'll have it. If her godfather's off first, I'll need oil. And not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the tub and... Then I'll need some bone. Or shell.
If it's beast bones you're after.
No, they'll know where you might find some.
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Has Middledore mentioned a new project yet?
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid.
Of course.
It is an honor to find... My name is Herman. I wish to be deployed.
No. The lands are... I will not send good men and women. Why would you want...
I need to retreat. I was raised, or rather, it was not a place of nurture. We were tortured. Until and few ever survived long enough.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. But they must be remembered. The Institute was run with military...
You were a good, but the fact remains that...
Sid.
Too dangerous for you. I'll go to Bad Bach and find...
You will?
I won't let you... You can start by telling me...
Thee the grace. Hidden in a forest.
All right.
May the mother...
Do you suppose it's magic keeping the thing afloat?
What else could it be?
All right, Sid.
Only if you... Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project.
Most bones are the same, if it's durability you're looking for.
I do. Will any old Adam...
Well, with shells, the older the harder. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard.
I'll keep that in mind.